Arsenal took a very decisive step towards lifting the Premier League title, as we have defeated Manchester United at our home turf. Make no mistake, this United team is on the up, and Erik Ten Hag has made them resurrect from the dark days. But Mikel Arteta's Arsenal is a different animal at the moment, and the way we have played as if we can smell the Premier League title. Let's have a look at the 5 major points that made this win possible over one of the so-called title challenges. 1. Champions mindset to win at all costs. This young Gunners team doesn't felt satisfied with a possible draw on the cards, and kept on pushing for the win, till the last second of the match. The substitutions from the Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag, towards the middle of the second half showed that they are happy with a draw. They look to protect what they have got, and this decision from the opposition boss, have really gave Arsenal team more confidence to go for the jugular. Mikel Arteta on the touchline was urging our team to go for it. That really shows the way our thought process is at the moment. Unlike the past seasons, we are not here to be content with a draw, especially since Manchester City have closed the gap to merely 2 points. We needed to respond, and boy, we have produced the goods when it mattered. These are the games when we look back at the end of the season, and would realize that have really pushed us to the title. Thinking like a champion, and believing that we can do it, that's what makes one champion at the end of the day, and we are on the right track. 2. The atmosphere at the Emirates Stadium. The sound which emanates from Emirates Stadium is something special this season. The fans are completely behind the team, and it's urging the team to get up the levels. Even though we concede the opening goal in the first half, the stadium wasn't calm like the past. In fact, the fans were raising the volume even more, and such was their belief in the team. Since we have moved to the Emirates Stadium from Highbury, we haven't had an atmosphere in the ground like we have right now. Emirates is rocking at the moment, and it is turning out to be a fortress for Mikel Arteta. Arsenal haven't lost a game in home this campaign, and Newcastle United is the only team who has taken points off us at the Emirates. The Ashburton Army has done an outstanding job. The drums and the songs, all have contributed to the rocking atmosphere at the Emirates. 3. Fluidity in the midfield. Manchester United and Erik Ten Hag have employed Eriksen, McTominay and Fernandes, to interrupt Arsenal's midfield of Thomas Partey, Odegaard and Xhaka. We have to include one more name into Arsenal midfield, Zinchenko, who has been a man with something possessed. He has been everywhere from defense to final third. In the first half, United have managed in making it difficult for Arsenal to string in chances, one after the other. But the second half saw a completely different story. Apart from Rashford's single shot, and Martinez's headed goal from a corner, there was nothing fancy about the Manchester side. Our midfield was so dominant and convincing in passing through the opposition, and it made them to fall back deep into their penalty area. The suspension of Casemiro had seriously affected their play. They couldn't control the wave of attacks from Arsenal. It ultimately made them to falter for the last minutes Eddie Nketiah's goal. 4. Attacking threat through the wings. Arsenal's attacking threats were mostly down the wings. Bukayo Saka was giving real problems for Luke Shaw down the right wing. Although Martinelli wasn't able to run past Aaron Wan-Bissaka down the left wing, we managed to create overloads, and the cross from Xhaka through the left wing brought us level the score. Manchester United on the other hand was looking to hurt us with counter-attack through the flanks. Marcus Rashford was giving hard time for our right backs, Ben White and Tomiyasu, throughout the game. But they haven't had the same joy through the right wing, as Antony was being really marked by our left back Zinchenko. Second half saw very little of Manchester United attack. They were trying to hold on to what they have got. Erik Ten Hag's team was pinned into their penalty area, as we managed to string in series of attacks. It's safe to say that our attacking threats through the wings is far more dangerous than the ones United have employed. 5. Decision-making from the managers. Mikel Arteta's decision-making throughout the match was something we need to take into account. The half-time substitution of Tomiyasu in place of Ben White has proved to be a masterstroke. the Japanese international was able to contain Rashford down the left wing in the second half. The decision to bring in Trossard in the place of Martinelli towards the back end of the match had a huge impact on the game. The tired legs of United players were made to work even more, with the introduction of the newly signed Belgian winger. Trossard's involvement in the winning goal shows Arteta is seeing what's required for the game. Meanwhile, Erik Ten Hag, on the other hand, decided to bring Fred in place of Antony towards the last quarter of the game. He wasn't going for the win, instead he was looking to hold on to a draw. The decision to bring in Garnacho towards the last minute after conceding the winning goal says a lot about the mindset of United manager. The teenage attacker should have been bought much early, to give some outlet for the United defense. Let's hope that Arsenal continues this winning momentum towards the second half of the season. Thank you for watching the video, and stay tuned for more videos about Arsenal.